It's training camp season, and we're going to start off with the Chargers and get a good look at Omarion Hampton. We're going to watch him work through some drills, catch some balls, and everything else. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now, because we're going to be looking at the practice clips from training camp every single day of your favorite players, those rookies, those position battles, those guys you're drafting in fantasy football here soon. It's all right here. Click that button. Stop missing out. Know what your players are doing behind the scenes. But we're looking at Omarion Hampton here today. 1 minute and 23 of clips. We're going to loop this and keep talking ball, but here we go. Here we go. There's Haskins right there, 28. Omarion Hampton's coming up. We're going to start off the drill with him. Najee Harris is not there today. He shouldn't be, from what we heard on the news from Twitter from Adam Schefter, due to the eye injury. That's going to give some of these other running backs an opportunity to prove themselves. There's Hampton right there. Looking good. Looking good. Looking solid. He's got a good build to him. We saw that back in OTAs, minicamp, and rookie camp. Here's him. There you go. He moves quick. He's pretty swift. With the bags, he's got good feet for his size. I'll definitely tell you that. We see that on the tape back in North Carolina. We've seen this throughout the offseason with the Chargers. But we're getting some different looks here. Back in minicamp OTAs and rookie camp, spring ball pretty much for the NFL, like you did not get this much look at Omarion Hampton, especially this close up. Feet's looking good. He's looking thick. He's looking strong. He's built for a full workload. There's the feet again. His feet's solid. His feet's solid. He's smooth. There he is. That cut. Look at that cut. Look at that cut. Solid. Omarion Hampton drafted in the first round of this year's draft in a stacked running back class. This team could have waited and still got a good running back, but they made sure to get their guy. They made sure to get Omarion Hampton. They did not want to leave the first round. That being said, that's an obvious sign that they want to use him. They want to use him heavy. They want him to develop into a focal point, a cornerstone piece of this offense. They want to run the football. Najee Harris should be back soon from what I'm hearing, but this is going to give him opportunity to be the guy. Watch him find that hole. He's very slippery. He's got good vision. He's also good in the passing game, but his feet is solid. He's light on his feet. Especially you see that there in the backs. You see that there in the drills. Another running back you want to pay attention to throughout training camp, UDFA, Rocket Sanders. Rocket Sanders. At one time, he was one of the better running backs in college football. You see Patterson there. I think there's Sanders right there. If I'm reading it right, sun's in my eyes from the clip. Yeah, there's Sanders. Big, thick, physical running back. Pay attention to him. See if he climbs the depth chart. If you want a depth chart dandy to root for. Omarion Hampton, this is his team. This is his team. I want to see that cut again. There it is. He's smooth. He's so smooth. He's so smooth. That's one thing I'm taking away from today's clips. He's looking very smooth. He's got speed to burn. He lit up the track at Indy. At the Combine, he was looking solid. 30 touchdowns in the last 2 seasons at North Carolina. Harbaugh's going to use him. I expect him to get a lot of work. Fantasy football-wise, he's climbing the board. He jumped James Cook the other day in ADP on Underdog Fantasy. So he's climbing the board. He might flirt and jump another round due to Najee Harris news. And I said that, but he's already climbing the board. He's going to climb it more as we get deeper into training camp. More of these clips coming out. And he's going to jump in value. That might become more expensive for some folks. And some folks may just draft them up anyways. Considering Ashton Genty's a first-round talent and he's looking to get a lot of workload, you're going to get Omarion Hampton, a first-round talent, who's going to get a lot of workload a few rounds cheaper if you look at it that way. And after the Combine, when people were discussing between those two running backs, some people wanted Hampton over him. Some people, not many. That wasn't like a huge consensus out there. And that's not me saying that, but it was out there. It was out there. The hype was real. And he got the draft capital. He killed it at the Combine. And he grades out as a top-tier running back. I would not be surprised. We're going into 2026, and he's one of the better running backs in the league. He will eventually be one of the best running backs in the National Football League. You're looking at it right here. He will eventually be one of the top rushers in the next few years. He will be up there with like Saquon Barkley. He will be up there with some of the other top running backs, Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs. He will be up there. That's what you're looking here. This is the type of running back that the Chargers got. They're going to use him a lot. He's going to get a lot of touches. He's going to get a lot of opportunity. And he's going to carry the offense on his back. Now you got Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey from last year was turning it up on the back end of the season. I look for him to be the wide receiver one. I look for him to get a lot of workload. And him and Omarion Hampton, that's going to be the 1-2 punch. That's going to be the 1-2 punch. I'm going to have more videos from Chargers camp. I got some in the cooker right now. Probably going to come out tomorrow morning. Keandre Lambert-Smith has been making plays. And I've been talking about him all offseason long. He is a dart throw. He is one of my late-round dart throws, my late-round dandies. And this is a wide receiver that was leading Penn State in targets. Turned around to Auburn, did that instantly, and they had some good prospects there. He's got speed to burn, and he can also break off routes really good. This is a killer class for the Chargers. The Chargers are coming up here, and Omarion Hampton is going to be a cornerstone piece of this offense for a long time. That's what you're seeing. He's built to handle a full workload. He's built to run through you, around you, and past you. That's what you're seeing here. Moves well. We're seeing this on the clips. I'm excited with what the Chargers are doing here. I'm excited for Justin Herbert. This is only going to help him because the run game is only stronger. And the run game looked good last year with J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins was looking solid. Imagine Omarion Hampton back there from what we've been seeing. Imagine Najee Harris back healthy. That's a solid 1-2 punch. And you guys got depth at the back end of this depth chart. Like I've been saying, if you want a UDFA to pay attention to, Rocket Sanders on this team. Maybe he can be a good role player, RB3 for this team in the long haul. Maybe even eventually the RB2. You serving some of the other running backs. But this is a deep, talented running back class. Think about it. 2 running backs drafted in the first round, multiple in the second round. We got Caleb Johnson the third, and then we were salivating at the running backs in day 3, and some of these running backs fell later in the draft. Of course, there's going to be a UDFA or two that does something. It could be Rocket Sanders. Maybe there's a time down the road, Omarion Hampton needs a blow or something. He comes in and makes a big play. Maybe that happens. Well, I'm not expecting him to take over or anything, but that is a talent on the back end of the roster who has a very decorated career to him. That second year Arkansas, he blew up. I believe 14 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. Yeah, at one time he was one of the better running backs in college football. Now, Omarion Hampton, he's a top-tier running back prospect. Like I said earlier, I would not be surprised if he develops in one of the top running backs in the league. For fantasy, his price is getting up there. If you drafted him on Underdog Best Ball Leagues a few weeks ago at the price, that was a good discount. I thought he was underpriced considering the upside, considering he's a first-round talent, projected to be the guy in the backfield, and you knew over time that he was going to get the ball most of the time this season once he gets that rookie ramp-up over with, and that's shooting for the upside. Now he's very expensive, or he's going to get very expensive to shoot the upside on. Due to the Najee news, people looking at him in training camp. In traditional home league drafts, you still might catch that discount, and he's an upside play. And those upside plays, if he taps into that early and starts playing towards his upside early, then you got yourselves a top running back on the cheap. Like mid-round status, 5th, 4th-ish round. That's where he was going on Underdog. He's early 4th round right now per the ADP chart. I look for him to climb still. He passed James Cook in value. He passed them on the ADP. How people are drafting. That's not me saying that's where he belongs. That's what's happening right now. That's what people are saying with their own money. And they're letting him climb the board. He's ranked as the 6th best running back per ADP in Dynasty Fantasy Football. That's where he's at. He is climbing the board. If you're listening to that, Chargers fans, that means people are putting their money down. They're putting their status down, what they're doing in their leagues, saying Omarion Hampton is a very good running back, and they want them on their fantasy team to help them gain more money. That being said, you got a good running back. There's tons of upside here. I'm excited to see what Harbaugh does with him. Harbaugh runs the ball. That's what we know. They're going to ground and pound it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Training camp season's back. I'm excited. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I'll catch you on the next video.